Have you ever felt that you understand English perfectly, but when it comes to speaking, your mind goes blank? You know the words, you know the grammar, but your mouth freezes. Why does this happen? The truth is simple. Your brain plays it safe. Silence feels safe. Speaking feels risky. Making mistakes? Scary. But fluency, confidence, and true English communication begin only when you step out of that safety zone. Learning English is a journey that starts with tiny steps, small words, and timid sentences. And slowly, day by day, those small efforts turn into fluent speech, confident conversations, and the ability to express yourself naturally. In this script, we will explore the full journey of learning English. From the first beginner stage to the intermediate stage to advanced fluency and finally to mastery. We will break this journey into 8 stages, each representing a series of learning experiences. Each stage will explore the emotions, struggles, methods, mistakes, and growth of an English learner. By the end of this, you will understand not only the steps of learning English, but also the mindset required to become fluent. Series 1. The beginner stage. The first stage of learning English is perhaps the most challenging. At this stage, almost every learner experiences fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being judged. Fear of speaking in front of others. You may know the words in your head, but when you try to speak, your mind freezes. Your tongue feels heavy. You feel insecure. But remember, this is normal. Every fluent English speaker you know has been there. Every master has started as a beginner. What separates successful learners from those who quit is not talent. It is persistence. Common beginner mistakes. At this stage, mistakes are everywhere. You may mix tenses, I go yesterday to school, instead of I went to school yesterday. You may use wrong prepositions, I am good in English, instead of I am good at English. Pronunciation mistakes are common. Think may sound like tink. 3 may sound like tree. These mistakes are not failures. They are signs that your brain is learning and experimenting. Practical strategies. 1. Listening first. At the beginner stage, don't focus too much on speaking. Focus on listening. Listen to English songs, short videos, podcasts, and simple conversations. Your brain will absorb patterns of pronunciation, grammar, and sentence structure naturally. 2. Shadowing. Repeat what you hear. Even if you don't fully understand, mimic the sounds. Shadowing helps train your tongue and mouth to produce English sounds correctly. 3. Simple sentences. Start with small sentences. For example, my name is John. I like coffee. I go to school. 4. Daily practice. Spend 10 to 15 minutes daily just speaking aloud. Don't worry about mistakes. Focus on getting comfortable with English sounds and simple sentences. Example beginner dialogue. A. Hello. How are you? B. I am fine. And you? A. I am good. What you do? B. I go to school. Notice the hesitation? This is completely normal. Over time, with practice, your sentences will flow naturally. Motivation tips. Celebrate small wins. Saying one sentence correctly is progress. Record yourself speaking and listen. It helps track improvement. Don't compare yourself with fluent speakers. Compare yourself with yesterday's version. By the end of this stage, you might still make many mistakes, but you will have the courage to speak, and that is the foundation of English fluency. Series 2. The Early Learner Stage. After the beginner stage, something magical starts to happen. You can understand more English, your vocabulary is growing, and your brain begins to form patterns. Yet, fear doesn't disappear completely. Hesitation is still there, especially when speaking in front of others. You might know the words, but struggle to form full sentences quickly. The key at this stage is awareness, knowing your mistakes, noticing where you hesitate, and slowly pushing through. Common early learner mistakes. Even though you've improved, some mistakes persist. Word order errors. I yesterday went to school instead of I went to school yesterday. Overusing simple words. I very like it instead of I like it very much. Confidence issues. You might know the right sentence, but feel nervous to speak. These are normal steps. Every learner passes through this stage. Practical strategies. 1. Short conversations. Start speaking in short dialogues with friends, classmates, or even yourself. For example, what did you do yesterday? I went to the market. What about you? I watched a movie. 2. Daily journaling in English. Write 3 to 5 sentences every day about your day. This helps in forming sentences naturally. 3. Listening plus speaking together. Watch simple English videos and pause to repeat lines aloud. Don't just hear, speak. 4. Record and playback. Listening to your own voice improves pronunciation and builds confidence. Example dialogue, early learner. E. How was your day? B. It was good. I went shopping and bought a book. A. That's great. What book did you buy? B. It's a storybook about animals. Notice the sentences are longer. There's less hesitation, but still some pauses. This is progress. Motivation tips. Track your improvement. Compare your speaking now versus when you started. Celebrate the courage to make longer sentences. Remember, every word you speak is a step toward fluency. Series 3. The intermediate stage. By the time you reach the intermediate stage, your confidence starts to grow. You can now understand most conversations, and your vocabulary has expanded. You still make mistakes, but you notice them and can correct yourself faster. The biggest change? You are no longer afraid to speak. Hesitation is smaller. You are beginning to think in English rather than translating from a native language. Common intermediate mistakes. Minor grammar mistakes. I have went instead of I have gone. Word choice errors. Bigly instead of greatly or very big. Slower thinking under pressure. Sometimes you understand but can't respond immediately. These mistakes are minor hurdles. With daily practice, they fade. Practical strategies. 1. Role-playing conversations. Practice common scenarios. Ordering food at a restaurant. Asking for directions. Talking about hobbies, movies, and experiences. 2. Think in English. Start forming your thoughts directly in English instead of translating. Example. Instead of thinking, I am going to school in your language and translating, immediately think, I am going to school in English. 3. Advanced listening. Watch native English speakers, notice rhythm, stress, and intonation. Mimic their tone. 4. Practice speaking daily. Even 15 to 20 minutes of focused speaking makes a huge difference at this stage. Example dialogue, intermediate learner. A. Hey, did you watch the new movie? B. Yes. I watched it yesterday. It was amazing. The story and characters were very interesting. A. Really? I haven't watched it yet. Would you recommend it? B. Definitely. You should watch it this weekend. Notice, sentences are more natural, thoughts are expressed clearly, hesitation is minimal, and vocabulary is richer. Motivation tips. Record yourself and compare with a week ago. You will notice improvements. Set small challenges. Speak with a friend for 5 minutes entirely in English. Know that mistakes now are minor. They are signs of growth, not failure. Series 4. The Confident Speaker. By the time you reach this stage, a huge shift occurs. You no longer fear mistakes. You speak naturally, even if your sentences are not perfect. Confidence has become your biggest tool. You have internalized grammar patterns, expanded your vocabulary, and your brain is starting to think in English without translation. This stage is about refining your skills rather than struggling to speak. You are no longer learning to survive English conversations. You are learning to shine in them. Common mistakes at this stage. Even confident speakers can stumble occasionally, overcomplicating sentences, trying to use too many new words at once. Minor pronunciation slips, slight hesitation in unfamiliar topics. These are minor, and they do not hinder communication. At this stage, your priority is clarity and confidence, not perfection. Practical strategies. 1. Engage in discussions. Speak on topics that interest you. Discuss movies, technology, current events, or hobbies. Sharing opinions strengthens fluency. 2. Grammar naturally. Focus on natural usage instead of memorizing rules. For example, instead of thinking I have eaten as a rule, just say it naturally when needed. 3. Use new vocabulary. Challenge yourself to use 3 to 5 new words in conversations daily. This expands your expressive power. 4. Shadow advanced speakers. Listen to podcasts, TED Talks, interviews. Repeat phrases, notice intonation, rhythm, and stress patterns. Example dialogue, confident speaker. I recently watched a documentary on climate change. The statistics were alarming. B. Yes, it's worrying. I think we should take individual action too. Small steps matter. A. Absolutely. Even changing daily habits like reducing plastic can make a difference. B. Exactly. Awareness and action together can create impact. Notice. At this stage, conversations are smooth, meaningful, and confident. Hesitation is minimal. Ideas are expressed clearly. Motivation tips. Speak English daily, even if alone. Narrate your day, thoughts, or plans. Join English-speaking communities online or in person. Celebrate the ability to express yourself freely. Confidence is your superpower at this stage. Series 5. The Advanced Learner Stage. At this stage, your English is almost fluent. You can converse with ease, understand movies, lectures, and podcasts, and participate in debates or discussions. You may still make occasional mistakes, but they are negligible. The biggest focus now is polishing fluency and expanding mastery. You are moving from speaking well to speaking excellently. Common advanced learner mistakes. Minor errors in idioms or phrasal verbs. Overthinking complex sentences in formal situations. Slight accent or pronunciation challenges in rare words. Practical strategies. 1. Advanced vocabulary and idioms. Learn phrases, idioms, and phrasal verbs. For example, break the ice instead of start conversation. Hit the books instead of study hard. 2. Debates and discussions. Participate in conversations where opinions differ. This helps you think fast and express thoughts clearly. 3. Think fast. Reduce the time it takes to respond in conversations. Practice spontaneous speaking exercises. 4. Creative expression. Start writing essays, stories, or opinions in English. This strengthens advanced vocabulary and sentence structures. Example dialogue, advanced learner. I read an article about AI technology and its impact on jobs. Some experts believe automation will create new roles, while others warn about job losses. B. That's true. I think continuous learning and adaptation are key. People need to reskill themselves to stay relevant. A. Absolutely. Lifelong learning is essential in a rapidly changing world. B. Agreed. Moreover, soft skills like communication and creativity will remain valuable. Notice, sentences are longer, ideas are more complex, and conversation flows naturally. Motivation tips. Continue exposing yourself to challenging English materials, news, debates, literature. Teach others. Explaining English concepts strengthens your mastery. Keep pushing boundaries. Fluency is a continuous journey, not a destination. Series 6, the Semi-Fluent Stage. By the semi-fluent stage, your English has improved drastically. You can understand most conversations without difficulty and speak naturally in everyday situations. Your sentences are complete, your vocabulary is vast, and you rarely hesitate. The challenge now is polishing precision and speed. You might understand everything, but expressing complex ideas quickly and accurately is still a work in progress. Common semi-fluent mistakes. Minor pronunciation differences compared to native speakers. Occasional word choice errors in formal situations. Slow responses when discussing unfamiliar or technical topics. Practical strategies. 1. Complex conversations. Engage in discussions on technical, academic, or abstract topics. This trains your brain to handle diverse situations. 2. Think in English, always. Avoid translating from your native language. The faster your brain thinks in English, the faster and more natural your speech becomes. 3. Listen actively. Watch debates, podcasts, news channels. Focus on sentence structure, idioms, and natural phrasing. 4. Self-monitoring. Record yourself while speaking on a topic for 2 to 3 minutes. Playback and analyze mistakes, pronunciation, and fluency. Example dialogue, semi-fluent speaker. A. I've been reading about climate change solutions. Renewable energy sources seem to be the most effective approach. B. Yes, but implementation is slow in many countries due to infrastructure and budget constraints. A. True, but public awareness and government incentives can accelerate the process. B. Absolutely. Small changes by individuals can also make a difference. Notice, conversations are smooth, thoughtful, and clear, with rare hesitation. The speaker expresses opinions confidently and naturally. Motivation tips. Challenge yourself with topics outside your comfort zone. Speak with native or advanced English speakers regularly. Recognize that fluency is about clarity, not perfection. Series 7. The Fluent Speaker. Congratulations! You are now a fluent English speaker. You can communicate effortlessly in any situation, personal, professional, or academic. Your speech is natural, sentences are correct, and vocabulary is rich. At this stage, mistakes are extremely rare. Your mind quickly formulates thoughts, and your mouth expresses them accurately. Fluency now feels effortless. Common fluent speaker mistakes. Rare minor slips in grammar or pronunciation. Hesitation only in extremely technical or unfamiliar topics. These mistakes do not affect communication and are negligible. Practical strategies. 1. Engage in challenging conversations. Discuss abstract ideas, ethical dilemmas, or debates. Push yourself to think fast and respond clearly. 2. Advanced idioms and expressions. Use advanced expressions naturally in conversations. Example: bite the bullet instead of accept the situation. By and large instead of mostly. 3. Creative communication. Tell stories, present opinions, or teach concepts in English. Storytelling develops fluency, confidence, and vocabulary. 4. Continuous improvement. Even fluent speakers keep learning. Read books, follow podcasts, and expose yourself to diverse English accents. Example dialogue, fluent speaker. A. I watched a lecture on artificial intelligence and ethics yesterday. It raised some thought-provoking questions about privacy and human responsibility. B. Indeed. Balancing technological advancement with ethical considerations is crucial. Society must implement regulations without stifling innovation. A. Exactly. And educating the public about these changes ensures informed decision making and accountability. B. Absolutely. Awareness and dialogue are key to responsible innovation. Notice. Conversations are complex, confident, and fully fluent, with thoughts expressed naturally and precisely. Motivation tips. Speak and write in English daily, even at advanced levels. Teach others or create content. Explaining English enhances mastery. Remember, fluency is not the end, it's a continuous journey of growth. Series 8, the Mastery Stage. Welcome to the final stage, Mastery. At this level, your English is near native. You can effortlessly communicate, adapt to any situation, and express subtle emotions, humor, and complex ideas. Your brain thinks in English instantly, your vocabulary is vast, and your sentences are precise and natural. At this stage, mistakes are extremely rare, and your confidence is unmatched. Yet, the mindset is critical. Never stop learning. Mastery does not mean perfection. It means consistent growth and adaptability. Common mastery stage mistakes. Very rare pronunciation slips, usually in very uncommon words. Minimal hesitation when discussing extremely technical topics. Overthinking stylistic choices occasionally. Even these are negligible and do not affect your ability to communicate effectively. Practical strategies for mastery. 1. Creative expression. Write essays, stories, blogs, or articles. Speak publicly, tell stories, or present lectures. This pushes your fluency to the highest level. 2. Public speaking and debates. Engage in formal discussions, debates, and presentations. Mastery is tested when you speak spontaneously and persuasively. 3. Think critically in English. Analyze ideas, question information, and express complex opinions in English. This strengthens advanced thinking and articulation. 4. Exposure to diverse English. Listen to different accents: British, American, Australian, Indian, etc. Understand cultural nuances, slang, idioms, and expressions. 5. Teach or mentor others. Explaining English concepts to learners strengthens your own mastery and solidifies knowledge. Example dialogue, mastery stage. A. The lecture on quantum computing was fascinating. It discussed not only the technical challenges, but also ethical implications for privacy and security. B. Yes, and the potential societal impact is enormous. Governments and institutions must understand and regulate responsibly without stifling innovation. A. Exactly. Moreover, public literacy in technology is crucial to ensure informed decisions and accountability. B. Absolutely. It's a collaborative effort between scientists, policymakers, and the general public. Notice. Conversations are effortless, complex, and nuanced, expressing ideas with precision and depth. Motivationstips for mastery. Even at this level, continue daily exposure to English through reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Take on challenges: creative writing, public speaking, or teaching. Recognize that English mastery is a lifelong journey and growth never stops. Conclusion. The journey recap. Congratulations! You have now traveled from beginner to mastery, covering all stages of English learning. 1. Beginner stage. Overcame fear and hesitation. Learned small words and simple sentences. 2. Early learner stage. Expanded vocabulary, formed short conversations, and practiced daily. 3. Intermediate stage. Improved sentence structures, gained confidence, and handled longer dialogues. 4. Confident speaker stage. Spoke naturally, corrected mistakes quickly, and used grammar effectively. 5. Advanced learner stage. Expressed complex ideas, used idioms, and participated in meaningful discussions. 6. Semi-fluent stage, rare mistakes, smooth conversations, and fast thinking in English. 7. Fluent speaker stage, near perfect fluency, natural conversations, and confidence in any situation. 8. Mastery stage, near native fluency, creative use of English, storytelling, teaching, and lifelong learning. Final thoughts. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Mistakes are not failures, they are evidence of growth. The key is persistence, practice, and patience. Speak every day, even for a few minutes. Listen actively to English in movies, podcasts, and conversations. Challenge yourself gradually, step by step. Celebrate every improvement, no matter how small. No matter where you start, with dedication, every learner can reach fluency and mastery. The journey is yours. Take it one step at a time and enjoy the process. English is not just a language, it's a tool to connect, learn, and grow.